They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered each and every week. We see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Running inside, it's Hughes. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. On the run, it's Hughes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Cougars getting set on first and 10. Off play action. The short hands, it's Walker. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference.
There's continues to fight for yards. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Zings it complete to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Looking to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have the answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul searching on the sidelines early.
The give to Davis. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The give to the tailback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Got the quick pass. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, that's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. They're going to run it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Now on the return. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Henderson. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They hope to catch the offense being overly aggressive with the screen, but they got nothing. They got less than nothing and had to like it.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's just players making plays. I mean, guys that see that and read it, it's just kind of a knack. It's kind of a feel. You feel the screen, break on the football, go make a play, get a big tackle for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. On the run, it's Ford. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. And they're able to make the tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. This time he wants to throw. The quick out. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen. But did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
Blasted as he lets it go. Makes a connection. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that was pretty good initial defense, man. I think they understood what he was trying to do, but that second play, the QB scramble, once he gets outside of the pocket, and then just the feel for the big fella to understand where to get to. They were on the same page and now set up with an awesome situation. 1st and goal for this offense.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Cardinal! Gets it into the end zone.
Yeah, these guys are just on the same page. They rep this play in practice over and over and over for this exact type of situation. QB, there was no question where he was going with that football and that play.
And the extra point is good. Coming out with it, it's straight. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle of Young. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Finding some room. And he brought one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes...
Breaks into the open. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add...
Touchdown, Houston. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the outside. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive.
Maybe a crease. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And they did tack on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's straight. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air. It's Henderson. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week, he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Throws it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Houston will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Black. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds us back in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. To the air, it's Henderson. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. He got it. And the field goal to end the half takes brings us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 11 team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
And it's the Seminoles who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
They keep it on the ground to open the third.
And that is a big late-season win over a team they may very well see again in the playoff. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll ride Davis here. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man on the right. Lowers those pads and runs through another one. He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there, catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly. To the end zone, and it's picked off. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Walker. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Hughes. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that is a huge momentum-shifting play. This defense is always harping on getting turnovers, but David, they weren't satisfied. Just getting the fumble recovery. They take it to the house, and because of it, they take the lead.
Man, huge momentum play for this defense, and now you got to get ready to go right back on the field. You took the lead, everybody feeling good. Go get some rest, because you need another stop, and you need to get the ball back to your offense so you can expand on the lead.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. On the ground, it's Hughes. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down. And you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now he's looking to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you could tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
To the air, it's Henderson. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Running inside, it's Davis. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for room, it's Ford. Makes it past the marker. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Going to the run, it's Davis. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Touchdown, Stanford! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game, of who's winning, who's getting separation on the outside, who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage. This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Hughes. Turning it on. Quick step and go. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Walker. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Showing off the arm. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. With the catch, it's Broussard. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Hughes. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Touchdown, Cougars. And they take it in for 6 more points. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
The snap sets up the throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for space, it's Irvin. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Shaw. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch, and he's free. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, you always talk about risk reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Picks up the first down. There's a crease. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain. And they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They'll try the run. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and the returner will be brought down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Makes the grab. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Houston wants to play fast. Rides to back and leaves it. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for room. It's Stanford. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Off play action on first down. Looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run play action. Under fire. Oh, he's got some space. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a first down. So frustrating.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Stanford! Fitted in the window for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. The sweet feet buy a little time. That's caught. It's Young.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the right. Zips it out to his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Tight end getting vertical. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back to back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Bringing the heat. On the move, he fires. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Gonna run it. It's Hampton. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Here's the handoff. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Maybe some room here. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for winning this thing in hand.